Position when it comes to fights now. You are not only a star, you're a world champion as well. That's a pretty good negotiating position to be in. As you look at your next fight, what do you want it to be?
You know who I want. He's right there, Shakur Stevenson. Let's go. Let's run that shit. Hey, I want to be a great champion, and I'm not scared of shit. I fought Devin Haney, I'll fight Shakur Stevenson, I'll fight anybody. Let's fucking go.
You know, Shakur Stevenson, Ryan.
Yeah, I thought Ryan did his thing tonight. I don't know. Was Vada involved in this fight?
Is that how good he looked? Is that how good he looked?
At the end of the day, I seen him with Rolly. He didn't look like that. So my question is, was Vada involved in the fight? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that's good to hear.
That's very good to hear.
If he's fighting me next, I'm all for the challenge, but Vada will be involved.
If he is fighting you next, and we are going to get to the highlights, stick with us. You mentioned 144. Will you go to 147 for it, or would it have to be somewhere in the middle?
Now we're gonna meet in the middle.
You're gonna meet in the
Two
middle?
big stars, big fight. We don't need a belt for the fight.
Yeah.
As the dust settled in Las Vegas, the boxing world immediately erupted. Following the final bell between Ryan Garcia and Mario Barrios, here are the most explosive post-fight reactions.
Garcia brought the excitement, 12 rounds. Is that exactly what you were hoping for?
Yeah, no, that's exactly what I expected. Ryan Garcia was too fast. He was locked and focused, and I was telling him, just use that jab, have fun in the ring, and he was having fun. He had a good time.
He had a good time. We did see him very focused, pre-fight, and it clearly showed to pay off. And what about Mario's Barrios? Because everyone kept on saying he's a complete overall fighter here, but yeah, Ryan clearly dominated.
He did dominate him, and I was actually very surprised the fact that he went with Manny Pacquiao and had a great showing. So I expected a little more from Barrios, but the speed and the combinations from Ryan did the job.
And what do you think would be the next maybe matchup for Ryan Garcia?
We'll see. I think it's his pillow tonight.
Tonight. Okay, his pillow tonight. More to come soon. Thank you.
Ryan looked pretty strong. He looked sharp. You know, I said that he'll probably get him out of there like 11-10. He feeling good, but he ain't do that. But he was looking sharp though.
David, what'd you think about Ryan's performance, man?
It was a good performance, man. He looked good. He looked good. He had good jab, good movement, good body shots, and bro, his speed is crazy. You know what I mean? So I feel like there's a lot of good fights from him at 147. You know, this is a good bounce back from him because this is coming back from his first loss. I mean, from his loss with Rolly, and now he's a world champion again. So, you know, not only did he gain his confidence back, he gained his mojo back, and now he's going to be a force to be reckoned with at 147.
Performance.
I think it's funny how he didn't call me out.
Are you surprised?
No.
Got champion, first champion, right? First championship belt.
Correct.
So I think he did well for the first time based on the circumstances.
Now
being out for a while, you know,
right,
a little
sure.
rusty. I seen a little bit of rust, but once he got going with the flow of it, you know, he'll settle down a little bit, and you know, him and his dad know what to do going forward.
Henry rematch next?
I don't know. I think that, you know, what's best for him, they'll figure it out and he'll do it. But I'll tell you what, I'm glad he got that monkey off his back.
It was an amazing performance. Shouts out to Ryan. He's a world champion.
I got obviously, you know, there's a lot of talk about different people that you can fight. Shakur's talked about fighting Ryan.
Yeah.
Could you see yourself in a fight with Ryan Garcia?
Shit, man.
147?
Possibly, but look, though, April 4th, DB3 Promotions is throwing our own show in the arena. 3 black men coming together as brothers. We're brothers. Right. DB3, we're throwing our own promotion. One of the only fighters that's doing it in the game.
British boxing star Conor Benn shared his take on the man of the hour. Ben called Ryan Garcia good for the sport, but impossible to predict, an electrifying mix of speed, athleticism, and pure chaos. According to Conor, when you put that against someone like Mario Barrios, the outcome becomes unpredictable.
Ryan Garcia is great for boxing. I think he's a liability. I think he's a loose cannon. I think he's unpredictable. Could say unprofessional. But ultimately, he's sheer entertainment. Gifted. He's got great hand speed. He's athletic. He's young. You know, so he's good for the sport of boxing, and I would tune in to watch a Ryan Garcia fight. But when you have them qualities mixed with someone who's, you know, has true Mexican blood, you know, fights with heart, fights with pride, and fights for his country, and fights for something more than clicks and views. You know, it's hard to pick who's going to win.
However, former boxer Tim Bradley fanned the flames even higher with some sharp tactical analysis. Desert Storm pointed out that Mario Barrios' coach knew exactly how to exploit Ryan Garcia's habits, specifically calling out the way Ryan often pulled his jab back. According to Bradley, that split-second opening was all Barrios would need to land his power right hand and change the fight.
Yo, Tim Desert Storm Bradley, you already know the damn rest. Yeah, hey, look, I've been looking at damn Ryan Garcia and Barrios. That's gonna be a good ass fight. It's gonna be a good ass fight. You know, a couple things I want to start off with. You know, the coach. You know, Goosen's in Barrios' corner. That's gonna be interesting in the sense the fact that Goosen knows Ryan Garcia. He knows his Achilles heel, man. He knows it, and you know, Goosen knows he has a horse that is not only tough, but he's well-rounded. It was an amazing performance. Shouts out to Ryan, you're a champ.
What you? I got. Obviously, you know, there's a lot of talk about different people that you can fight. Shakur's talked about fighting Ryan.
Yeah.
Could you see yourself in a fight with Ryan Garcia?
Shit, man.
147?
Possibly, but look though, April 4th, DB3 Promotions is throwing our own show in the arena. 3 black men coming together as brothers. We're brothers. Right. DB3, we're throwing our own promotion. One of the only fighters that's doing it in the game.
Because when you look at the other welterweight champions,
Ryan Garcia made it clear he wasn't looking past Barrios, instead focusing entirely on being as sharp as possible and believing his speed would be too much for his opponent. Now with the fight behind him, the conversation immediately shifted to what came next for Garcia, as his promotional deal with Golden Boy was widely reported to be expiring.
I just don't think he'll be able to handle my speed. But, you know, when you're in there, we'll see. But he's just not going to be able to keep up with me. It's just point blank period.
Yeah. And on the flip, is there something that you feel he brings that you've never seen before in a fight?
Nah.
Nothing at all?
Absolutely not, no.
Height, size?
Nothing.
Reach, nothing?
I'm one of those guys that I will just beat him, and I just think that everybody thinks he's just some savant in the ring, and I'm just here to take that away.
As the post-fight interviews continued, Oscar De La Hoya said Ryan Garcia's fight drew more eyes than any other clash, but the real fireworks came when Oscar addressed the contract confusion. Despite Ryan's claims this might be his last fight with Golden Boy, De La Hoya pushed back hard, insisting there were several fights left. Oscar admitted he didn't know why Ryan said what he said, but made one thing clear: he was proud to get Garcia to this world title shot, differences and all.
Ryan said something that this is like his last fight with you guys. No, there's like conflicting reports. Can you give us like
I don't think he knows.
Yeah.
Or maybe he does, but no, we have several fights with him. Yeah. No, and I'm proud to, again, I'm proud to promote him as a young kid, and now see him evolve and yeah, the differences that we've had. Like, I seriously don't know why, like what happened, but it is what it is. I mean, I'm still proud to promote him. I'm still proud to get him to this world title shot, and that's where I feel proud as a promoter, is when I can help a fighter get to their dreams.
But here's where things get interesting. Former fighter Jamel Herring broke down Saturday's clash and called it a true toss-up, giving Barrios his flowers along the way. Herring pointed out that a draw with Manny Pacquiao, even an aging one, was still a badge of honor, and Barrios had consistently proven he could box with the best until he faded or got caught. The issue with Mario wasn't skill, according to Jamel. It was stamina and staying power.
I think it's a very close fight, and people are giving it. Again, come on, Mario Barrios had a draw against a great Manny Pacquiao. I don't care what state. I mean, you could argue that Manny Pacquiao should have got the win. Don't get me wrong, but again, a draw against Pacquiao is still a medal. It's still a badge of honor right there. And again, Mario Barrios is not a bad fighter. I think my issue with Mario is he starts out strong and then he fades out, like he did against Abel Ramos in that fight. Starts out strong, he can box. I mean, he was even in the Tank Davis fight, and then he got caught. But my only issue with Ryan is is he focused?
Meanwhile, Ryan Garcia then turned his attention to Shakur Stevenson. He dismissed the pound-for-pound hype surrounding Shakur, reminding everyone he'd already beaten him in the amateurs and promising to hurt him as a pro. Garcia vowed to humble Stevenson in ways he'd never experienced, making it clear he wanted that fight next.
They thought Devin Haney was the same way. He's unbeatable. That's what Eddie Hearn said, right? And then went and beat his ass. Same thing with Shakur. I know people are saying he's pound for pound, this and that, but I don't see it. He gonna have to prove it. I beat him in the amateurs. I'll beat him again, and I will hurt him. You don't understand me? Like, I will humble him in ways that he's never been humbled before. And that's it. Point blank period. I want to fight him. That's it.
With Mario Barrios, this fight carried a much deeper meaning. Ryan found his fulfillment not in titles or recognition. Winning this title for his father meant everything to Mario, more than any belt ever could. And while he planned to hold it proudly, he called out the guys who walk around calling themselves 4-time champions without actually fighting anybody for them. Ryan, this one would be earned the right way.
It means the world. I think for myself, I always get fulfillment when I know that I'm on the right path of life, and as a champion and as a person in life, you know, the narrow path, God, the way, you know, whatever he has for my life. But it means to me in my heart to win this title for my dad, because I know how much that will mean to him, more so, you know. I'm definitely gonna hold this bout proudly, you know. I'm gonna be flexing it like all these other guys, you know. They always be like, oh, I'm 4-time champion. Like, bro, no, you're not. Like, you didn't fight nobody.
Ryan Garcia wasn't looking past Barrios, but he made it clear what got him going. When asked about future opponents like Shakur Stevenson or Devin Haney, Ryan admitted the Shakur fight genuinely excited him, the kind of matchup that would bring out the best in Garcia. He wanted that one. But first, Barrios stood in the way, and Ryan made sure to give him his respect, acknowledging that Barrios was no cupcake and presented a real danger in the ring.
Right now, I'm not trying to look too far ahead, but I've said,
Yeah, that's what I said.
I've said it before. You know, I'm really interested in the Shakur fight. It gets me going, you know, and those are the type of fights that you'll see the best out of me. So definitely, he's somebody I wanna look into after this fight.
Ryan Garcia believed consistency was the key to seeing his best version, and he promised that version would show up against Barrios. After the loss to Rolando Romero, Ryan admitted they learned valuable lessons and immediately got back to work. That setback fueled him, and Garcia was confident the performance would reflect everything they'd built since.
You've seen me when I get some type of consistency in fights and in training camps, you see the best versions of me. So, you know, right here, you know, we went straight to work. You know, after the Rolando fight, we took the loss, but we learned a lot of lessons with it, and we got right back to work. So you're gonna see a great performance.
In that response, Shakur Stevenson didn't hesitate to share his thoughts. Shakur acknowledged that Ryan had evolved as a fighter since the Devin Haney fight, giving him credit for what he'd accomplished. Stevenson respected Garcia as a hell of a fighter who wouldn't just lie down for anyone, admitting it would be a mistake to overlook what Ryan brought to the table. But respect only went so far.
You gotta understand that when he fought that guy, he was a different fighter than when he fought Devin Haney.
Okay.
So, I respect what he did. I do agree with you. It was a mistake. But once again, he's a hell of a fighter.
He's a hell of a fighter.
He's not a guy that's just gonna lay down. So you got.
He's a hell of a fighter, but he's not beating you.
No,
I'm telling you, he's not beating you.
No.
Ryan Garcia.
Not beating me either.
Taller.
Not beating me either.
Faster.
Not beating me either.
More power. How would you beat Ryan Garcia?
I think he's very overrated.
Shakur made it clear that despite Ryan's improvements, he still wasn't beating him. Stevenson pointed to his own height, speed, and power as advantages Garcia couldn't handle, then dismissed the hype entirely, calling Ryan very overrated and shutting down any belief that the matchup would go differently.
Loses to Rolly that way. The way that I saw him lose to Rolly, all Rolly did was take away his left hook. That means clearly that's all he got. He better sharpen up his weapons before he get in the ring with me.
Talking to Shakur Stevenson right here. I mean, you do have a right to say what you're saying. I mean, shit, you're undefeated. You know, you're undefeated.
However, boxing commentator Showbiz the Adult summed it up best after the final bell. This was a true crossroads fight where both men had everything on the line. Garcia brought the speed and power to stop Barrios, but that only mattered if the focused version actually showed up. After the lifeless loss to Rolly Romero, that question lingered until fight night. Barrios came in durable, experienced, and backed by Joe Goosen, a trainer who knew Ryan's every tendency. But stamina remained his Achilles heel. He started strong but faded. In the end, everything depended on which Ryan Garcia stepped through those ropes.
Mario Barrios, when you look at him and you look at him against a Manny Pacquiao who's not as fast as he once was, and he was countering Mario Barrios. And Mario Barrios' block, you can punch through it. You saw what Abel did, dropping Mario Barrios, just punching through his block. And Mario Barrios against Pacquiao, he seemed to be a little reluctant to me. And it seems as though he was reluctant because of Manny Pacquiao's speed. And speed kills. But if you're going to be a little gun shy because of speed, Ryan Garcia may be the fastest puncher in the world. Now with Ryan Garcia, he was gun shy himself against Rolly Romero. Rolly Romero wasn't giving Ryan Garcia much to counter.
On the flip side, Teofimo Lopez Sr. didn't hold back. He brutally dismissed Ryan Garcia's entire skill set. Lopez Sr. Pointed out that Ryan relied almost exclusively on his left hook as a primary weapon, lacking the complete, technically refined style of a true elite. Sure, that punch could be dangerous when it landed, but according to Teofimo's father, relying on one trick wasn't going to cut it against real competition.
You want to see how he fights? What Ryan Garcia has is a dumbass left hook. It's so dumb, all right?
It's done him pretty well, though.
I don't want to say the word, Ari, you know, I don't want to say that word. It's, how could I say the word?
One trick.
His left hook. To me, Ryan Garcia he fights weird.
When the smoke finally cleared and the last punches were thrown, one thing became certain. The super lightweight division would never be the same. Ryan Garcia and Mario Barrios left everything in the ring, and the boxing world was left divided. Some saw confirmation, others saw question marks. But with Garcia's contract status hanging in the air and a potential showdown with Shakur Stevenson already brewing, this night was just the opening act. Whatever happened in those rounds, or as the fallout was just beginning, and the next move from King Rai would shake the sport all over again. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more post-fight breakdowns, exclusive interviews, and all the latest updates from the boxing world. Drop a comment below, let us know what you think should be next for Ryan Garcia and Barrios. We'll see you in the next one.